Victoria's disgusting Labor government has become a danger to the nation, effectively funding criminals. And the Albanese government is complicit in this corruption and grotesque waste of public money. Last night, Channel 9's 60 Minutes exposed new allegations of criminal behaviour by figures in the CFMEU construction industry union, particularly in Victoria. Like the CFMEU health and safety representative, would you believe, linked to the Rebels bikie gang, caught on camera allegedly attacking his girlfriend during his lunch break at a Victorian worksite. This man was later sacked, and a warning: some of the footage I'm about to show you is confronting. Another CFMEU-backed figure allegedly locked a female worker in a small room at the Footscray Hospital redevelopment before smoking a crack pipe and blowing the ice fumes in her face. She was black banned. He was apparently given a job somewhere else. But on top of that is the money. It's not just the massive blowouts in the Victorian government's projects called the Big Build, tens of billions of dollars over budget, but also the apparent protection racket run by some CFMEU cronies, plus the cash they creamed off the top, according to the special investigator who was appointed after the union was put into administration last year because of its alleged infiltration by organised crime. He says the Victorian Labor government covered it up.
You get appointed to a particular job and you might only come once a week or once a fortnight, and the pay rates are quite extraordinary. I mean, it's quite common to earn $3,000 a week, $5,000 a week. You can even get up to $10,000 a week. You can see what's happened. It's just become a place of resort or retreat for bikies. I see a network of gangland figures spread over the whole of the Melbourne metropolitan area.
Now, the Victorian Premier denied any cover-up, said police were now investigating these latest claims, should talk to them. But the state opposition leader said it was all too late and too little.
The management of a union is working side by side with bikies and organised gangs on work sites owned and operated by the Victorian state government. So many Victorians, they struggle each and every day just to get by. Yet we're seeing billions of dollars being wasted and sent straight through to those that shouldn't have it, who are effectively running our government.
Now, three things here taint the Albanese government as well. One, it has put your money into Victoria's Big Build as well. Two, the CFMEU for years was a massive donor to federal and state Labor. The Liberals say $11.5 million to Labor in just the past 5 years. And three, in exchange, the Albanese government promised to scrap the government watchdog overseeing this union, the ABCC, the Australian Building and Construction Commission, and started to defang the ABCC immediately after Labor was elected.
As of Tuesday, the ABCC in its powers will be pulled back to the bare legal minimum.
Opposition leader Peter Dutton today promised to bring back that ABCC if he was elected Prime Minister, along with new racketeering laws to let police go after the union itself and not just individuals.
The Prime Minister has no interest in clearing it up because he is the financial beneficiary, his party is the financial beneficiary of the donations of the CFMEU. The CFMEU still sits on the national executive of the Australian Labor Party. This is the biggest corruption scandal in our country's history.
Now, the Albanese government's today saying, oh, look, no, we've asked police now to investigate what you saw, for instance, that woman allegedly being attacked, plus other allegations raised by 60 Minutes. But once again, I have to ask, why does it take journalists to tell Labor politicians what is going on in construction projects that these Labor politicians fund, and that these Labor politicians are supposedly policing, and all of this involving a union these Labor politicians have been close to, sometimes for decades? Is it blindness? Is it a looking away? Is it mates rates politics? Explain it to me. And just look at the waste here as well. A blowout so far of at least $40 billion in just the Victorian government's big build. With the Albanese government just a couple of weeks ago saying, never mind, here, have another $2 billion, this time of federal funds. This stinks, doesn't it? Labor, union mates, billions of dollars of taxpayer money, stand back from the smell. But do you think a single politician is going to pay for overseeing this stinking money pit?